Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another casted series here in Free Food Party. We're just gonna start with this sunboard here, and that's because of Sweden, baby. It's back. You know, people say Sweden is not good, but you can't complain when you have a mirror. So this is as fair as square as it gets. We're just gonna quickly add this here. There we go. So we have Shake. I think Shake is red, so Shake is on the south side of the map. We're playing over Horn, which is a map that is showing up quite a lot now in the ladder. If you're not familiar with this map, we do start with a little bandit boat here, where you can actually get all these treasures. And so all these treasures, hunters here, you can kill them with the boat, uncontested. You can come along the shore, kill the treasure hunters. You can get all these treasures. You can kill the treasures over here as well with the boat. This one is quite far away. Maybe not gonna be able to get it. And sometimes you can actually go on the other side and fight your enemy's boat here. And here we have Inibili Zumad, which is basically, his name is Osteo. Everybody knows him in the community. A very good player, 2000 plus elo, and Shake also 2000. So this is a 2000 elo casted game series. This is a very peculiar map. We do have the trade line. I don't know how the trade posts do work here, if they are upgraded together. We do have a line here right in the middle, but you also have trade posts right at the corner as well of the islands on the coast. So I don't know how that works exactly, but I know that Shake is a very good Sweden player. Everybody knows it. Like, probably he's one of the guys that probably got Sweden nerfed quite heavily when he got very successful with it, where nobody else was playing it anymore. So yeah, very interesting game to see. There we go. This is Shake's deck here. Is it? Let me just double check. No, this is actually Osteo's deck. So it has a pike. I don't think Shake will have that in there. He also has the two caravels. The case shot, very interesting. So that's gonna actually allows his falconers to do extra damage because he doesn't have the upgrades for leather cannons, which that would be a good combination with that card over there. I also had the 5 Hakapella. It's a very unusual card to see into a Sweden deck, and the 8 pikes. So maybe expecting some Cav raid from Shake probably. And it is not a horrible card, especially in this matchup, because Sweden doesn't do well with Cav. But probably don't want to send this very early. There's so many other better things to send, and therefore you don't actually want to send that very early because you do want better things to send. So this is the standard deck that I'm more familiar with, especially with the light gun carriages, which upgrades your ladder cannons to H4 and then become infantry guns. Also have the church card here for Shake. That's the new thing for me. I think it's because of how the Jaegers work. So they cost, once you send this card or you send the church card, you'll be able to send. It costs 200 coin to make a Jaeger. With the church card, after you spend 17. What's the cost? Let's see here quickly. So if you send 700 wood, 750 wood, you ship 6 Tavalox Jaegers, and then enables them to be trained on the taverns, and they would cost 100 coin, 100 wood instead of 200 coin, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's the advantage there, because you can't really keep up paying 200 coin for Jaegers. It's just way too expensive, and it's not sustainable. And Sweden does lack the power of skirms. Your musketeers are only come really live as a real skirm when you really reach H4, when you actually manage to get all the upgrades with the Sweet Life Guard, especially with Snap Lock, then with those two combinations here. And with that one, actually becomes a very good ranged killer as well. So, but you have so many other shipments you gotta send, so it's really hard to get all of these going at the same time. So sometimes Jaeger is the answer. So I was talking throughout the game because early game I think is pretty standard. None of these guys has gone for TP. But now Shake is going for the trade post here, which I'm very interesting to see what he's gonna come up with. There And we see Osteo here with a forward base meeting up with this outpost here. Who's this outpost from? It's Shake's outpost, dude. Ooh. That's gonna be caught up by Osteo right there. I wonder what's gonna be the text you're gonna be seeing here from Shake. Sending out Dominions. Very good macro here with the Dominions. They're gonna be built quite fast. Apart from that guy that got lost into all the body blocking here. But there we go. He's too busy playing with the explorer. It does happen a lot when you start taking your attention off your macro, and sometimes you do those little mistakes. But he decides to move his torp over there. And also you have the South Mine. It has a lot of coin, 10,000 coin, but they do gather way much slower than normal coin mines in the map. So I just want to see. We went for 700 coin first. So I think it is the Kaleli build. I've seen him talking about it. Even like Bronchi was doing this, where he sends 700 coin first. So it barely has anybody on coin right now. Everybody on food. Hasn't done much torping so far. And we see some pressure here. Fighting the Somali Darut militia that Sheikh acquired from the natives. And they cost 60 food, 60 wood. Let's just real quick read here. They are light infantry, so they're skirms. Deals damage bonus against artillery and ships. So in comparison to a skirmisher, they have more HP, more damage against artillery and ships, has siege resistance, so very good against falconers, but they have less damage, strength, and no bonus damage, no multipliers against have infantry or light cavalry. So they're not as good as you would have thought. However, they are good enough because they do have that extra range of 22 range, actually quite a lot compared to the 12 range of the Carolians here. But we are getting very close here. I think he wants to have extra shots when he starts to run away. We do have a good mass here for Carolians from Austria. This is 17 Carolians so far. We sieged the Thorpe, but we have no economy so far. We got 80 Thorpe up here compared to Shake's 130. I mean, overpowered in economy wise. And look at this beauty onto that South Mine with 10,000 coin there, stockpile. Very, very nice. So finally decides to go for the outpost. Also being a little bit more aggressive in H2, taking map control. Have an artillery foundry from Shake there. I think he's gonna lose that. He cannot contest this just yet. So also you have hit the ladders from Osteo. That's gonna be really hard to deal with. Decides to back out. He doesn't want to take damage onto those ladders on their own, which makes sense. So just looking at a quick look here into Osteo's shipping now 3 Hus. Very aggressive build. Really coming forward, really taking map control, deciding really to take the battle in its hands at the early stages of the game and try to finish it off as soon as possible and take military control. Where Shake is so good in now. He lost a Thorpe, so he's 140 now. Now he's finally managed to get some military, but he's very far behind. He does have an extra ladder though in comparison. I think he just wants to have a little poke here. They're distracted. So we take the exploder. It's not much to do much damage here. You just have 5 skirms, so take 2 Carolians and lost 2 Torps. So pretty good for Osteo here. Setting back Shake to 130 pop and a 100 pop here. So you can see you have a bigger mass. It's equalizing at this point, but I think Shake can do double batches at this point with the economy that he has. And you can see here, he just popped 6 more. And the 700 coin now. Haven't sent yet, just Ironworks to boost his economy even further. The 700 coin probably decided to age up or see where the game is going to go from there. But we do have those 3 Hus. That's going to really help him to snare and take some of that early fight that he maybe He's gonna age up behind this. So he's sending 700 wood now. So he sent a lot of military first, and then he's going to economy later. Where Shakes did the economy first and sent the military later. And I think because he's not actually putting pressure into Shake, that actually goes into Shake's favor because he had the superior economic advantage. Gonna lose a Huz here for free. Doesn't lose a villager. None of the guys are actually making use of the boats to actually take treasures, but only they're using that for fishing, which is give you a little bit of trickle of food, which I would like them to get the treasures, but it does. Okay, so now this is very good for us now because this is a 5 torps here. That's pretty much the lead that Shakes has into this game economic wise. If we lose this, it's gonna really hurt his economy. However, we do have an age up. I think it done its purpose of allowing him to have all those resources early on. Didn't lose his mass, wasn't contested, didn't get pushed in his base. That gave him time enough to age, and you see that he's popping now a double batch here of Carolians, and probably going to be able to get 10 more. And that puts him back into the game. And as soon as he gets those upgrades, and you can see now he's actually getting a lot of coin here, he can also sell at any time some food and get those veteran upgrades. And then he can get all the juicy stuff in age 3 here. There we go. So age 3 Shake now with the score lead here of 1,000 points. We do have, let's just the Carolian count here. 39 from Osteo. And we have 26. So you can see that we are far behind here in economy. Military wise, sorry. Plus, Osteo has a SARS, which does help him quite a lot. Stable somewhere. There we go. We are producing more Hus. This is going to be really clutch here for this push. But he's doing the mistakes that most people do, which is drag box. Or maybe he's just not really intending to take this fight just yet. I don't know what his plan is. Maybe he's hoping to find some villagers somewhere, scouting the salt mines. And he's decided to go for economy and stay in age 2. And probably he's gonna decide to age up as well, so he doesn't stay in age behind. So let's go back. Let's cut the fog war off. Like back into Shake's perspective. Sending the 2 Falcons. Favorite Shake's shipment in the game. That's the 2 Falconets right there. We do have veteran Carolians and a couple of Somali Issa warriors now. Gonna get some more experience here for the explorer kill, and we are ready to push. We do have 2 Falcons, 3 ladders, and superior musketeers. So if you do a little comparison, 180 HP in comparison to 150, 20 damage against 24 damage, and his army is not there to defend his forward base. He's gonna lose that forward base. This guy has 20 resist, where now this guy's still on 20 resist. There's nothing changes in armor. Quickly disassemble those falconets. Decided to push forward, going into Osteo's base. We are engaging here. You want to fight. You want not allow your opponent to actually get the Carolians upgrades before the fight, so you can do a little bit of damage here. It's always very dangerous when you push someone's base. You don't know what they have. Also, there was a little bit of a raid here, but Shake is actually double batching Carolians on the back of his base to be able to always protect his villagers around his base. The Hussars are here to intercept maybe the reinforcements. Shake has to be very careful because we might have a 2 Falconet. We have not experienced just yet. We do have veteran Carolians, but we do not have the experience to actually get those 2 Falcons from Osteo here. And look at this mess. So now we are equalizing here, 36, and in comparison to 44. So they're neck to neck. We do have the Falconets. The Hussars are pushing into the Falconets as quick a reaction as you can get here, but not gonna be able to protect those Falconets. Maybe he takes a ladder cannon in the process. Almost does it. Now it's Carolan versus Carolans here, and we do have ladders on the other side as well. That ladder goes down. Just come in the back. There's skirms. You have ladder cannons. You don't want that to happen. There's a little bit of reinforcements on all sides. Health stars go down quite quickly here. We are sending an upgrade here. I don't know what that was. He got some native back there. Shake now decides to... I think he can take this fight. He has a superior mass. Continue siege on that town center. That's gonna really diminish the shipment power of Osteo. However, Osteo is also on water. And the Falconet shipment might get interrupted. He's gonna get popped here. And let's see the damage this Falconet's gonna cause here. Doesn't do much. It takes as distance as you can get. Shake decides to go into staggered mode here to avoid shots, and then he decides to charge. And then you have a charge here on this other side because it's a global skill. Takes those Falconets, take that little boat that comes from the start. Osteo is just wandering around, not defending his base. And looks very defeating here for Osteo. Shake while overpowering his base with this tempo here. We do have 38 Carolans. We stopped making Carolas on this side here. We were also getting raided at the same time. He maybe wants to do some base trading here. Town Center is still up with 148 HP. Decide to go for some villages. Ladder is unprotected. No shipments, but we do have reinforcements here for Osteo. And finally, the town center is down. Decided to go for the docks as well, and we have a counter raid here onto those torps. And you can see here, Osteo is on 70 pop in comparison to 150, so that's twice as the economic advantage here. We do not have yet sent ironworks. We have not yet sent blueberries. However, we are sending 1,000 coins instead. We'll be able to do more falconets possibly and secure the wing from there. Yes, it's always nice to have more economy, but if you have an advantage like this, you just want to capitalize on that and finish the game up instead of continuing. There's two options people normally do. I mean, it looks the game is quite on at this point, so you just want to finish it off. But if you do have an advantage, but you know that you cannot finish your opponent just yet, it's always best to go back and capitalize on the economy. But sometimes that doesn't work because your opponent might be quite good at transitioning better than you, and you can actually come back and remass. I've seen that happen quite a lot, so it's a very big decision. What should I do now? So there's always that in your back of your mind when you're playing these kind of games. We do have a 5,000 lead advantage right now for Shake. So this we have 14 Idolians here pushing into the side of the map. Takes out a villager. He's actually wants to go for Torps because he's far behind in economy. Torps is not gonna cut it. We do have the coin here. You're gonna see that Shake's probably making more Carolans. For some reason he's not. I think he's just one more Falconets. He does have coverings as well. So that Falconet there is gonna go down. We do have the Explorer here. We have 600 HP. We'll be able to snare this. Falconets go down right now with a single shot. And Shake is looking for his other army. But all his villages are over here. And he's using the frigate and try to build another town center here. He's almost gonna get a new shipment here. But what can he send at this point? He has not sent any upgrade for his units in H3. Doesn't have blackberries. Doesn't have any torps. Doesn't have the H2 upgrade. Looking quite defeated here. Where if you can see into Shake's perspective, just 1 second, let me just do this. We have Snaplock upgrade. We have not sent Ironworks just yet because we did send the 1,000 coin. Shipment curve onto this game wasn't great for both of these players, but we're making a frigate. Oh, and I think that's the way he's gonna be taking this fight into water. Shake might be aware that he actually trying to do something funky here, and it doesn't want to give any space for him to come back into this game. And Shake decides to back off here for some reason. I think he sees this, And he does. You see a couple villages here. He knows he's on this side of the map, and he decides to take advantage of that. The frigate comes in. Now it's going to be a battle of the frigates here, and either or here is going to do enough damage in both of these boys here, and then they'll be very low HP and decides to run away. He doesn't want to lose those Carolians either, but he's gonna meet his fate right here. Let me just change into his perspective. 14 villages. He's delaying as much as he can. We have a 6,000 score lead right now. We do have also Kaverna now protecting this. And if he's trying to stop Shake's transition, he will lose that frigate because we do have 2 Kavernas. And Shake is gonna actually raid that island right now. And I don't think Shake might not know exactly where to go. Oh, he does. He sees it. So there we go. The Carolians are there with the Kavernas as well. And that's gonna be able to take that frigate down. All the villages are melting. And this is over, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very sweaty game here into this map. What's the name called again? Horn? Horn. Oh, Horn. It's a very peculiar map. This is. And you never know if you should go into the islands. There are like a couple of mines here if you actually think about it. That's quite clever. If you have a single little boat that you can send to defend the water from your opponent, you can always use that little boat that you already have. Send a couple of villagers and do. Actually, you're mining on here. Like, this is big brains. I think he probably uses his mines on his side because I don't know if he's only on this side. What happens with this? Maybe he has done it, and I haven't catch that up. But this is such a big brains. Shake should have done it himself because he has his little boat from the start. Still, maybe he lost it with the frigate, and you can just send a single villager here, and you just do a lot of torping, save wood gathering here, and you will be able to protect against any raids, unless your opponent goes heavy on water, which could also be a problem as well. So there's also the 2 sides of the coin, and Shake takes the win, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I think that was a very intense Sweden game. That was ups and downs. You see how the up military from Osteo, but he didn't really did enough damage to actually stop Shake. Shake did have the economic advantage in the beginning and be able to have a better momentum in H3 and finish the game. Hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.